welcome back. Today we are at AFTA 2019. This is the first ever public day that they've had at AFTA, and I really don't know why they haven't done it before. Look around, there's people everywhere. Normally at the trade show it's just industry guys, so it's a really cool opportunity for the public to come in, meet everyone, see all the new gear for the year, and it's a really cool opportunity for me to meet people that watch all the videos and to meet you guys. So thanks to everyone that's come so far. Today we are on the Zanac stand. It's the second time Zanac have been at AFTA, and we have been showcasing the full range of Zanac rods to all the guys. People are looking at me while I'm filming this and it's making me really paranoid. So what we're going to do today, I've got to do a talk for BKK at 1 o'clock, so we're going to do that soon. We're going to walk around, film a bit of the new stuff that's looking good, and then we're going to come and have a chat with Duncan from Fishhead. And we're going to run through a few more technical aspects of the Zanac range, because I know nothing about that. So Duncan's the man for that. Let's do it.
Alright, straight.
I want to take everyone back to our place. Let's go.
Alright, now when I financing this.
Oh, I won't be.
No, you're right, you can be there. Tell me when. Sweet?
Yeah.
We're here at the BKK booth. Obviously I've been using BKK hooks for the last probably 1.5 to 2 years. Originally I was using them because I'd used every other hook on the market, and these are the ones I like the best. Luckily enough, the guys from BKK contacted me and I now get them for free, which is amazing. But yeah, I wanted to come and show you guys the hooks I use and give you a little insight into why I use them and why I use them for certain applications of fishing. I'm not going to go too technical because I know nothing about the technical side of how hooks are made. I'm just going to give you the reasons why I use them and what they do. So let's get into it, mate. The first ones I'm going to go through, because this is probably my favourite type of fishing, is the GT Rexes that I use obviously for GT fishing. A pack of them came and smashed that thing. I had like 2 misses and then this one just stuck. Big. So fun, man. There's 2 hooks I use for GT fishing. Firstly, the trebles. Second ones are the Diablo singles. So we'll go straight into the trebs first. We have both barbless and hooks with barbs. I prefer to only use barbless hooks, simply because there's 2 reasons. It looks after the fish a bit more, and it also is a lot safer for me if I'm standing next to you when you're casting wildly and going to rip my head off. If I get that in me, it's going to come out a lot easier than if I get a hook with a big barb in me. Pretty simple, and yeah, a lot of people think you're going to lose fish from using barbless hooks, and that is really not the case. You lose the same amount of fish pulling hooks on barbless as you would with barbs, so it all comes down to your technique when fighting the fish. If you give the fish slack line, you're going to lose the fish. Keep your line tight, you will land the fish with barbless hooks. The GT Rexes come in a whole heap of different sizes. I think they come in 4.0s?
Nah, 5 to 7.
5.0, 6.0 and 7.0. I predominantly use, on most of my GT lures, I'll use a 6.0. Bigger stuff, obviously a 7.0. Smaller stuff, down to a 5.0. But the most of the lures I use in that sort of 150 gram range, I'm using 6.0 GT Rex trebles. With my stick baits, I tend to always use a belly treb and a tail single, and the tail singles are what I'm going to take you into now.
It's got a little back event.
Ali Brendo. Yeah?
Yeah.
Get in there, Brendo.
Yeah, come in, Brendo.
Nah, mate, nah. I'm in the crowd.
Sweet?
Yep.
Okay, these are the singles I use. They are the BKK Diablo. Diablo? Diablo.
Diablo.
Potato, potato. Yeah. Big single. What a fish, man.
Come on.
Look at that. The dartling from the bait caster yesterday.
If you want to get technical, 80-91.
I don't go into that side of things. Like I said, with all my stick baits, a lot of my stick baits anyway, I run a belly treble and a tail single off the back, purely because it frees up the lure a lot more. 2 trebles on a big floating stick bait, your lure's not going to swim as well. So it varies obviously with different lures, but for a lot of the lures I use, I run a single off the back just to enhance the action.
Yeah.
Many sizes in these guys. I predominantly use for GT fishing, I will use probably down to a 7.0, and then all the way up to the 13.0 for bigger lures, and then down to flats, fishing stuff like reefies, all that kind of stuff, small stick baits. They go down to size 1, which are pretty cool, tiny little things. Sweet. Okay, the next one that I use a lot of, and this is probably one of my favourite hooks, this is the Raptor Z. I use these hooks on a lot of different stuff, from smaller stick baits for smaller GTs, Spanish, tuna, kingfish, barra fishing in the creeks and dams, and what else do I use them for?
Trout.
Big trout.
Wow, what the size of that?
Big trout.
Big trout. Oh yeah, swallowed it.
Big trout.
1, 2, 3, and go. Oh, woo! Beast, man. Beastie. Woo! Look at that.
It's a big trout.
You reckon that?
That's a big trout.
Big. I can't see your camera yet, bro.
I even actually caught a cod on one the other day off a bloody rat. Topwater rat lure. I had a BKK Raptor Z hanging off it and got a cod. My first topwater cod I've ever had. I use these, like I said, on the reef flats. This one in particular, the 2.0, I run on a lot of my like deeper bodied sinking stick baits, like the Death Wobble, or the Nomad Mad Scout as well would also be really good. I'm yet to bend one of these out, which is saying something. Every hook bends, obviously, and I'm sure you can do it. I've bent the bigger GT Rexes out before. I've never bent one of these. So I don't know what it is. They're super strong, super sharp, and I've had to get one stuck in me because it wouldn't be coming out. Alright, something totally different, and this is more for the jig. Well, it's obviously for the jigging guys, but all my lighter jigging stuff, I use these. This is the Sea Ranger pre-rigged assist. I started using these a few months ago, and I don't know why, but when I'm using these, I hook up more than with other assist hooks. I've even gone as far as to test it and gone back to the old assist hooks in the same session, and for whatever reason, I don't know why, these hook up more. It does my head in, but I think in fishing, if you find something like that, and even if you don't understand why, it's extremely good for your mental fishing brain, and any advantage like that, you need to grab it and take it. So these are amazing. I asked the guys at BKK as well, like, why do these work? And they're actually, that glowing stuff there is actually, what is it? Leather jacket. It's skin from a leather jacket. I don't know if that's that good to talk about for vegans, but it's actual fish skin on there and it glows. So I don't know if that's got something to do with it, but for me, these hooks have been a real help with micro jigging, all that kind of light jigging stuff. Had a really big Spanish on this exact one as well. So. That thing is gigantic. Like, oh, and he just spat it. Missing at sea, 100-gram jig, BKK Sea Ranger pre-rigged assists, and they're shredded. They're shredded, but they held. Glad we actually came fishing now.
Oh.
Is he vomiting on me?
Nah.
Really good. Sweet? Mm-hmm. What do you think? Really good, dude. This is a pretty new hook, I think. This is quite new, isn't it? Yeah, this is the Titan worm hook. It obviously has a little screw thing. I don't know what the technical name for the little screw thing is, but we'll run with the little screw thing. I've obviously used these barra fishing in the dams, both top water and like just weedless plastics. What am I talking about? Little screw thing.
Take two.
Take two? Oh, we can just cut into that. What sizes do they come in? They come down from a 1.0 all the way up to that thing. Can you see that?
Yeah, hold up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So for all those barra dudes fishing the dams, you can obviously, it's a very big hook, you can put a very big plastic on that, and that's what you need in those dams to get those big bunnies sometimes. I've used these quite a bit in like Peter Faust, Awonga, all that sort of stuff. It's not the biggest barra in the world, but in this sticks, So sick, man.
They go hard, eh?
Little
Nice
weedless
fat fish.
placky.
Brilliant.
The
Beautiful.
BKK Titan hook. Getting in, mate. All right. And for a weedless hook, obviously, the hookup rate can be an issue. And yeah, so far so good for these for me. Yeah, where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling you from Vids regarding the electricity service. How are you doing today?
I'm great, but I'll tell you what, mate, it's Saturday. Is it Saturday? Yeah. I'm actually working right now. Can I have your personal mobile number to call you back later at midnight, preferably, if that suits you?
But I'm calling you in the afternoon, not in the night.
Yeah, no, but it's Saturday. The BKK deep jigging hooks. These things are unbreakable and I've tried to break them. When I did the trips to Ocean Blue and Vanuatu, Fiji, all that sort of stuff, jigging for big doggies, I use these. You obviously have to tie your own assist onto these hooks. You will not bend, and if you can bend one, I'd love to bloody see it because I don't think they are bendable. Has anyone ever bent one out? Never seen one. Never seen one out. If you're going jigging for those big doggies and you want to target fish like that, that's a doggy, bro. That's gotta be, doesn't it? We're gonna get ready. You gotta go faster. We got dog! Big dog! It's the biggest one I've ever caught. I'm guessing 25, maybe 30 kilos. And I don't even want to know what a 50 does, because that was pretty skids. But you need really, really heavy, strong gear. That's probably the hook you want. Lastly, I'd like to talk about these for all your brim fishing needs. Look at that thing, man. What the f is it for?
Like
sharks.
swords and sharks.
Ridiculous.
Whole chickens.
There you go. That's it for the BKK stuff. I don't really want to talk about any of the other hooks that I don't actually use because I know nothing about them. So they're the ones that I use regularly, and hopefully that gives you a little bit of an insight. I can strongly vouch for these. Obviously, like I said, I get them for free now, but I started using them because I like them. So yeah, that's it. Hooks. Yeah, if you want to know anything more, I link the BKK website in the description. It's my hooks and then BKK website. So click on that, have a look, and yeah, catch some fish.